All right, let's see if the levels are good. A second. Let's see if we could do what we do. All right, what's up, chat? Are we live? Let's see how everything's going. Let's see the delay. All right. What's up? I think. Are we live, chat? What's up? Are we good? I think we good. Oh, I hope we're good. Okay. Oh, for a minute, I'm like, oh, snap. This ain't working. What's up? All right, what's going on? Hey, what's up, family? Welcome, my friends, my family, my fellow gamers. Your only friend, these YouTube streets. Puerto77, the Analog Circle podcast is up in here. What's up, my brother? What's going on, man? We got to get you guys up in here. We got to link up. You know what I'm saying? I need to get more people, as guests. I'm noticing it's becoming light. Everybody's in their silos. We gotta get more guests up in here. Gotta get more people, Besides the usual, customers, the usual family members that show up from time to time. We gotta get some, get more. We gotta diversify. You know what I'm saying? I gotta hire a DEI department. I need some people with purple hair to show up. Like, what's going on here? You know what I'm saying? I heard Microsoft let a whole bunch go. I need to go on a hiring spree. Oh, snap. What's up? What's up, everybody? How's everybody doing? How's everybody Sunday? Hey, I want to first start off with, so sorry I didn't host a podcast earlier this week. Tuesday, I was really sick. So my daughter and my niece came, so they're here. So tomorrow's my birthday. So they came here for my birthday. Having a good time. But that Tuesday, I don't know, I caught a bug, but I got sick, right? It started with me waking up in the morning and I had like a really sore throat. You know what I'm talking about. That sore throat that you're about to get sick, right? It's not like our everyday sore throat where it's irritation or whatever. Like, that you caught the bug, right? So anyway, picked up my daughter, whatever. But I knew I wasn't feeling well, so I just pretty much stood in my man cave, played games. My daughter and niece chilling with my wife. They were doing whatever. But by that night, while I was sleeping, I caught the chills. Like in California, right? And the temperature's been 80 degrees, high upper 70s. Nice, good weather. Boy, it felt like I was freezing. Oh my God. You know what I'm talking about? I felt like one of the crackheads in New Jack City, bro. I was just shivering as if I was going through heroin withdrawals. Oh man, it was bad. That shit was crazy. I was so cold that night. Sweating and cold. Ridiculous combination, right? Luckily, I wasn't really coughing or sneezing, right? Because that's really annoying. But I was just shivering. Got that sore throat. Spent that whole night. The next day, I just felt, how would you say, exhaustion. Like, I couldn't even work out that whole week, and I barely worked out this week. I was just exhausted, man. It was just really exhausted. Hopefully starting tomorrow, I can get back in my workout routine and get back in it. But man, so I'm sorry about that. I tried. I was hoping to do make a podcast early in the week, but then just doing a lot of planning with family, doing all that stuff. We had a good time so far this week and whatever, right? But I'm thinking, what, Sunday, today we all decide, because usually Sundays we try to relax, right? Tomorrow we plan to go to SeaWorld, right? Tuesday relax, Wednesday Legoland for my niece and whatever. But today's not like, I'm relaxed. Things are going, I see some other people. Is there anybody else going through the bug? It sucks, man. I don't know what bug going on, whatever, but it's happening. But today I'm thinking, I'm gonna go live because today's just a chill day. I've been obviously paying attention what's going on in the gaming community, and I'm thinking, you know what? You know why you guys come here. You guys come in here because I bring up the conversations no one does. I see information, right? And everybody collect information the same way, but I pull something out of it like, okay, we're gonna pull something out of this information and we're gonna talk about it, right? We're gonna do it, right? But I want to say thank you so much for rocking out, showing up. I know it's Sunday, last minute stuff, and you got plenty of other things to do. But if you do have, since you're here and do have the time to watch, I hope you enjoy it. But while you're here, do me a solid. Look out for a brother. Hit the like button. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna say retweet this out, but share it out. Okay, share the stream out. You know, put it on your Twitter. Let people know your Portals in here, because we're gonna talk about a couple of stuff, right? To let you know what we're gonna talk about, I'll give you a heads up. So the first part is NCAA 25 proves consoles are required. You see the NG behind college football. Everybody's excited and stuff like that. Some people cracking jokes on saying EA found a way to sell Madden twice a year now. That shit's funny, right? But I see a lot of people really enjoying this. So I'm wondering, did they really build a new engine separate from the Madden engine to give it its unique feel? I didn't play it, so I'm just wondering if you guys played it, let me know and stuff like that. Hey, yo, Craig, I have this locked. I have the thing locked in the stream. I'm trying to keep this just a solo stream and stuff like that. I'm trying to keep a solo stream. Just to keep it locked. Tuesday, we're going to have our podcast, Craig, so we'll be able to talk on Tuesday, and I'll bring up the topics and stuff like that. And then we'll have it. I'm just trying to do a little solo stream. In fact, I just want the stream more to be interactive with the chat more than anything else. That's why I have it low latency, so it should be a little bit better latency to get stuff like that. But from what I'm hearing, it actually plays different than Madden, which is a good thing. It feels better, it just feels different, right? And for some people, it just feels completely different, which is better than Madden, which is what people are asking for. So you know what? I think that's a smart move. If it's two different engines, two different play styles, it should be that way, right? Now I know some people are saying, well, they hope Madden adopts this new engine, but the thing is, though, then you get the whole samey feel. So I think for you guys, if it is, you know, I haven't played it, and I don't know if I'm going to put in the energy to compare the two, whatever. But if they're two different engines and just have two different play styles, just two different feelings, I think it should remain that way. One shouldn't be a carbon copy of the other, because I guarantee you guys will get sick of it. Because then it'll just be Madden with, you know, uniform packs. Then at that point, they could have just create uniform packs and just change the uniform in the players. But if they keep it different, if they keep the feeling different, I think people enjoy it. So that way, if you like the college style way of play, then leave it as college. If you prefer Madden style of play, then play Madden, but don't combine the two, right? But we're going to talk about that, right? Then we're going to talk about PS5 Pro rumored to have RDNA4, but I don't want to talk about just the specs, because listen, most of us don't know what the fuck the specs do and shit like that, right? So that's not going to be my conversation. So if you stick around long enough for the PS5 Pro, it's not going to be about the specs and what it can do, and I'm not gonna be like, you're gonna have a 55% delta, and get the fuck out of here. Like, who the hell knows about that shit? Like, fucking, like, stop it. I want to talk about a different aspect of why hopefully the rumors are true, and I'm going to explain why. It's important for us that the PS5 Pro rumors are at least even close to being true. But it isn't so we can have the delta, better performance, better reach. Nah, get the fuck out of here. Excuse my language. We're not going to talk about that. And then finally, another game skits Xbox. And we'll talk about that, right? And stuff. And how and people trying to downplay it, obviously Xbox guys, but they don't see the bigger picture in this. You could sometimes, or not even the bigger picture, the simpler picture. You gotta look at the simpler picture in all these topics, right? And that's what it is, right? So with that, hold on a minute. All right, sorry about that. All right, so this is what we're doing. Okay, so again, hit the like button, share this out, made a tweet about it. Please go to my Twitter handle, PorterRock77_. Share that out, quote that out, let people talk. Come on in, let's do it. But let's talk college football 2025, right? Obviously, the topic is NCAA 25 proves consoles are required. Before I hit that bullet point, let me demonstrate the momentum of this game, right? So over here, we're gonna start with who we got on point for gamers, right? Pro Xbox, podcasts, anti PlayStation. You know the vibes, right? You know how it is, right? The first two pieces of information I want to bring apart is how they're trying to use this game as saying that Xbox Series console sales have dramatically, skyrocketed in sales, right? Ridiculous amount of sales, right? And what they're trying to do is they're trying to bring back the point they made 4 years ago and maybe not necessarily on point for gamers, but the Xbox communities of that the cheapest entry is gonna outsell PlayStation 4 because you could just play next gen games at a cheap point. Now they're trying to use this information of college football 25 helping push Xbox Series S sales. The problem is these guys never learn, and Panda Mark, he's on the mark. They better win MPD. Exactly. They always do this shit. They always try to hype console sales, and to this day it is 2024 and not a single one of them will even try to say, all right, we're getting news report Xbox doing sales, but you know what, let's wait to MPD, because every time they do this MPD fails, right? But let's listen to them for a little bit, right? Let's listen to them for them. Let's I want you to hear them.
And that, my friend, is the Xbox Series S. That shit grew. That shit grew and grew and grew. Hasbro Gaming put out that Xbox Series S has received huge spike of console sales because of EA Sports College Football 25. As per senior editor of Inside Gaming, College Football 25 had close to 1 million concurrent players in early access. Full release is on Friday. And Mike Shaw wrote, just how big is College Football 25? I've been given some numbers to suggest that the last 24 hours has seen the highest number of Xbox Series S consoles sold since around the console's launch. Yo, that is new console release growth. Understand what was just said, right? Understand that what he's saying was that the release of College Football 25 was the same as them releasing the Xbox Series S right now for the first time.
That's wild, bro.
Listen to what he said, bro. Yo, the cap, bro. Homeboy said that the sales, I'm going to rephrase it a different way to make it even simpler. The sales of Xbox Series consoles because of College Football 25 is equivalent to when the sales Xbox Series consoles got when it first launched back in November 2020. So pretty much Xbox Series X produced launch console sales. That's how big the numbers are. These motherfuckers, bro. Yo, I can't with this community, bro. This has to be engagement farming to the max, bro. Yo, these dudes are saying that a multiplat has pushed Xbox Series, not even Xbox Series S, not even Xbox Series consoles in total, the Series S to levels of launch numbers. Oh, I cannot wait till MPD comes out for July. All the smoke they're about to get. Oh, they're gonna get this work, bro. These Xbox cats are gonna get this work. And then you know what's crazy part? Then they're gonna get mad at us for exposing them. Then we look like the bad guys. We look like the a-holes in this conversation. Not them for saying shit like this. And then here's the part. Oh, why can't you just let us be happy? It's not about not letting y'all be happy. We just can't let y'all lie. Do y'all have to lie and make up ridiculous shit to be happy? Bro, do you listen? We're gonna they all making these statements and y'all gonna be judged. We waiting for these MPDs. MPD's gonna tell the truth. And here's the crazy part. MPD is literally for North America. This is helping North American console sales because Europe doesn't care about American college football. You nuts? Asia, Japan, they don't give a shit about this. This is strictly a North American metric, specifically US. You know damn well MPD's all about that. Boy, y'all gonna get hemmed up. Let's keep listening.
Wow.
Like, that's the amount that were sold. Like, if it had just released right now. So, first of all, kudos to EA for hitting it big with College Football 25, right? That's dope. I'm a little annoyed it's not on PC because I have EA Pro or whatever the fuck over there. So, since it's not there, I can't play it. So I'm just going to wait for it to come to Game Pass because I don't play football like that. But
one, he's annoyed it's not on PC. I mean, bro, it's on Xbox. And then he said it's not on Game Pass. Now, hey, people, you heard him. Not on Game Pass. That's an important point. So remember that.
that's dope, right? But this is the bigger thing to talk about here. When I saw this, immediately, Hargeet, what we had talked about is the reality, bro. This is what we are saying. And if you didn't believe us before, motherfucker, you gotta believe us now. Because we said if Call of Duty had been current gen only and not last gen, it would have destroyed on Black Friday. Now, we don't know what it's going to do, but it would have been huge sales for Xbox Series S because that's the easiest way for people to come in. EA Sports College Football 25, current gen only. There's no last gen version of it. So because of that, what happened? All those people who were sitting on their old ass fucking generation consoles said, fuck that. I'm playing college football 25. And which console did they choose to do it on? Did they choose to do it on the bitch ass $400, $500 PlayStation 5? Nah, fam. Nah. They chose to play on the cheapest entry point into next generation consoles, which is the Xbox Series S. Guys,
Yep.
that is huge. Isn't
it supposed to be a potato?
Yeah, it's the potato. The potato
Yes,
that
the potato.
everybody
Yes,
wants.
the potato.
Potato.
The potato.
Understand.
Potato.
We don't
Potato,
say shit
potato.
for fun here, okay?
Tomato,
A lot of
tomato.
places, they like.
All right. So they completely embarrassed themselves. So on point. So when MPD comes out and PlayStation's the number one selling console, what you gonna do then? How you gonna quantify that most of the people who bought this game bought it on Xbox? If PlayStation, the $400 and $500, what was it? Bitch ass console. If the bitch ass console is still the number one selling console, then what does that mean? How do you quantify all the stuff you're saying? I don't know. How you quantify it? Because in order to quantify and prove you are right, they have to win MPD. Matt Piscatella, when he comes out and says, hey, and this won't happen soon because the next one I think is the June MPD. So it's not going to count there. So we're going to have to wait till like August. So in August, when he reports, hey, this is the July MPD, PS5, the number one selling console for the month of July and the number one selling console so far in the year. What do you say then? What do you say then? How do you quantify that everybody or all the people who stood on last gen and now decide to jump on next gen, they actually picked Xbox? I'm going to tell you why I know you're going to lose. I'll even bet $100 against you. I'll bet $100 that PS5 will smoke Xbox for the July MPD when it comes out in August. And I'm going to tell you why. The whole comment that you said that Xbox Series sold to the levels of launch, I can tell you that is a flat out lie. You want to know why? Because Microsoft didn't produce that many Xbox Series like they did at launch. See, at launch, they produced more consoles, right? In prep for the demand, especially for the huge demand. Because during the launch consoles in 2020, there was huge demands. All consoles were being sold out. So the demand for consoles was unprecedented. It's 2024, bro. Xbox is dog shit. It's selling BBL controllers. Ain't nobody buying that shit. It hasn't been buying that shit for years. Have you not noticed quarter after quarter after quarter after quarter negative numbers of consoles? So do you think Microsoft over the last year have produced the same amount of Xbox consoles in total, let alone Series S, but just consoles in totals as they did back in 2020? No. They throttled production lines because the demand's not there. They're not going to create the same amount of consoles they did in 2020 when the demand's the lowest it's ever been, right? Let's go to the next person who talked about this. right? We got Griggity. Let's listen to Homeboy real quick, right? In this little chapter, he said, Xbox Series might finally be what I thought it would in 2024.
So as you guys see, NCAA college football 25 has caused a sales spike. And this is something I really wanted to talk about because initially when the Xbox Series S was announced, I really thought it was going to move the needle. I said, yo, the Xbox Series S is going to be huge. It's going to be absolutely massive. And let's be real, that really hasn't been the case yet. I mean, it's sold decently.
Yet? Bruh. Yet? Microsoft's already talking about their next console being released in 2026. The hell you mean yet? You ain't got no more time. It's over. There's no more time. Time ran out. Like, what are we talking about yet?
Don't get me wrong, the Xbox Series is selling okay, but it is below.
Selling okay. This is, yo, Griggity, be real. Be real, bro. Bro, stop it. Stop it. You need to hurt feelings. You need to talk to men like men. Talk to men like men. Tell men the real deal. Stop hiding this little nonsense. This is Matt Piscatella. Through each console's first 43 months in the market, PlayStation 5 unit sales lead those over the PlayStation 4 by 8%. While Xbox Series chose Xbox One by 13% and remains slightly behind 360. Decent, bro. The only console the series is doing better is the OG Xbox. And that dude launched getting his ass whooped because the PlayStation 2 was on fire by the time the OG Xbox. People didn't even know what an Xbox was. It was trying to make a name for himself, right? It wasn't the hotness. It didn't have an established brand name or anything like that. It was brand new with a big ass ugly controller, right? But it's trying. It was the step in. And the PlayStation 2 was the juggernaut. By the time the OG Xbox launched in 2001, PlayStation had Grand Theft Auto 3, Final Fantasy X, Metal Gear Solid 2, Devil May Cry. Fuck. Gran Turismo 3, Twisted Metal Black, Silent Hill 2. That motherfucker got stomped. You know what it is? It's like a boxer getting into the ring. And they didn't even get the chance to announce the boxer and the dude already got knocked out. They didn't even introduce his name and he already got knocked the fuck out. Alright? The referee didn't even get a chance to say, hey, keep this fight a clean fight. Keep it above the waist. The dude got knocked out before the introductions. It's crazy. They didn't even get to sing Star Spangled Banner in the ring. The dude's already floored, KO'd. That's the OG Xbox. That shit was KO'd before he even had a chance. And you're telling me that's the only console series is doing better? Come on, bro. Yo, you got to stop the cap. It's doing okay. Holy shit. Yo, that shit is wild, bro. If Sony had a choice between the PS3 era and the Xbox Series SR, Sony be like, yeah, we good with the PS3 era. We'll stick with the PS3 era. That's how bad that shit is doing. You gotta be, boy, the cap in these dudes, bro. Come on.
The Xbox One, which many consider a failure of a generation. Not necessarily a failure, but it was definitely a step back from the.
That failed, bro. What, you want a C+? You want to give Xbox One a C+? Yo, these dudes want to graduate with a 2.5 grade point average. Like, what are we talking about here? Shit is F, dog. You got an F. Alright? It's like, stop it, bro. You ain't getting no C+ in this gray box. Yo, if you can't admit the most basic things, oh my God. The delusion's strong in this one.
The Xbox 360, and it's also behind the Xbox 360 in sales right now. So I thought the Xbox Series S would be that console to really make casuals go back to the Xbox or go to the Xbox, and that hasn't happened yet. Now this is the first indication that
Yet. Bro, you act like we started last gen last year or something. It's 2024, bro. And here's the thing, you're already hyping for what, a couple of days? Yo, Gritty, you can't even, you know MPD. That's the crazy part. You know MPD. You know that shit. When MPD comes out and PS5 is still the #1 selling console, you ain't gonna say to yourself, God damn, not even this shit could get it to #1. Golly, you guys are dense. Dense as fuck, bro. I don't know, this shit is crazy.
That maybe the Xbox Series S could be that console that casuals go to, because I say all of the time, casuals, they're not brand loyal like us Xbox fanboys or PlayStation fanboys. They go where their friends are. And even in nowadays times, like with crossplay, they don't have to have the same console. One friend can have a PS5, he can have an Xbox Series S, and they still can play the game together. So this right here, the college football 20.
You see how he caught himself, right? You know, casuals ain't that hardcore. They go where their friends are. Who the fuck has an Xbox? That's their friend. Chances are their friends have PlayStations. Then he well, you see, with crossplay now, yeah, you really don't have to get the console your friends has. You could play on that. That's what he meant. With crossplay, you don't have to get the console your friends have. You could get an Xbox because he's a fan of Xbox and he's hoping the casuals buy Xbox. Bro, casuals ain't buying Xbox because the brand is dog shit, bro. You forgot to include that. Casuals ain't stupid. Casuals ain't gonna just 4 years into the gen just buy a console no one's really buying for a college football game. To where their friends who has a PlayStation, right? Think about it this way. Most of these gamers are playing Madden together, but they may stay on the PS4, the PS5, crossplay, all that shit. Now with college, the biggest audience is PlayStation. So all those Madden guys, they're the ones buying college. They're the ones that already set the blueprint. So now the people are like, yo, I gotta get me a console. Bro, you need to get that PS5. Fuck, we've been telling you. You keep playing Madden on the old shit. Come up here and join in. All right. Now they're gonna play College 25 on PS5 and they're gonna play Madden on 25. That's it. There's no reason for them to look at Xbox, 4 years deep. Doesn't matter what the price is. The console's already dead. It's already dead. It's already, no one gives a shit. That's why Microsoft's making booty controllers.
25 causing a sales spike, I think is great. It's great news. But of course, when there's positive Xbox news, there is the ponies. They don't like to see it. They come out of nowhere like, yo, this is bullshit. You're lying. You're a damn liar, Dirk Griggity. Like, I'm not lying. If you don't believe me, here's some receipts. NK says, why are you making things up?
Shut the fuck up.
Listen, NK, I'm not making things up. Even when I present the proof, they don't respond, or they still say I'm full of shit. Matt Gall says, fake news. Of course, he used the Donald Trump gif, fake news. Listen, I don't know what's so hard to go ahead and just admit that, okay, it's caused a sales spike. Like I mentioned already, I'm not saying it's going to win MPDs. I'm not saying it's going to outsell the PlayStation 5 in July. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying it caused a sales spike. Is that so hard? They don't respond, or they still say I'm full of shit. Be that console that casuals go to, because I say all of the time, the Xbox Series S could be that console that casuals go to, because I say all of the time, casuals, they're not brand loyal like us Xbox fanboys or PlayStation fanboys. They go where their friends are. And even in nowadays times, like with crossplay, they don't have to have the same console. One friend can have a PS5, he can fake news. Listen, I don't know what's so hard to go ahead and just admit that, okay, it's caused a sales spike. Like I mentioned already, I'm not saying it's going to win MPDs. I'm not saying it's going to outsell the PlayStation 5 in July. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying it caused a sales spike. Is that so hard to understand, ponies? Gamer for Life says, show the spike. With crossplay, they don't have to have the same console. They go where their friends are. And even nowadays, like us, Xbox fanboys or PlayStation fanboys, they go where their friends are. And even in nowadays times, like with crossplay, they don't have to have the same console. One friend can have a PS5, because I say all of the time, casuals, they're not brand loyal like us, Xbox fanboys or PlayStation fanboys. They go where their friends are. And
all right, so the reason why I'm going back and forth, he's saying it's just a sales spike. He's not saying it's going to outsell the PlayStation 5 or anything, but then you just hear him talking about casuals are going to choose this. So then what are we celebrating? Like, what are we talking about? A sales spike. All right, so you get an extra 1,000 sales. All right, so what? What's the big deal? Because clearly, right, this is your chapter. The Xbox Series S might finally be what I thought it would be. What would it be? A nominal spike? Like what? Here, you're advocating that casuals are not going to start choosing the Xbox Series because it's the lowest entry, which would usually result in much higher sales, even being number one MPD. But now you're saying you're not saying that. So what is it that Series S is supposed to be? It's supposed to be what? A console that got a temporary spike for like a week? So you sold an extra 10,000 consoles. So what? I'm just making up 10K. Because you're not advocating for number one sales. So then what are you advocating for? You're not advocating that's going to outsell the PlayStation 5. So it's not going to outsell the PlayStation 5. So what exactly is Series S doing that you thought it would? I don't understand. Because he just said it's not going to sell that PlayStation 5. See, what he's doing is, right, he's just covering his ass. He knows PlayStation 5 is going to stomp the shit out of Xbox. He knows that. He knows that. He knows this shit ain't doing a goddamn thing. It ain't going to do a goddamn thing. It's just a spike, guys. Then what's the fucking point? You got 5 extra sales during the day. Spike. You see what I'm saying? The reality is, you know what I'm saying, these guys always make up stuff, right? And they do it to themselves. And then again, they get mad. Oh, the ponies, they can't like good news. No, we don't like bullshit. We're just tired of Xbox gamers just saying bullshit. Lots and lots of bullshit. And people feed into this bullshit. And guess what? Dudes just don't want to sit there and fucking let y'all just talk bullshit to the gaming community. Y'all arguably made gaming conversations the worst it's ever been. Because 90% of the shit you say is fake. It's not actual gaming conversations. It's just some way to try to fake this scenario, to make this magical scenario of Xbox being something that it's not. People are tired of it. They've been tired of it. And even in the face of complete disasters, y'all still doing it. And we have no idea why. We have no idea why y'all dudes be like that, right? Now, so we all see this nonsense, right? And it's not just them two. It's plenty more who jumped on the whole college 25, sell spike, whatever. But here's my thing, right? This is where it goes into my topic, all right? And if you can right now, if you like the topic, hit the like button, share this out, because now this is where the topic comes into play, right? I needed to set that stage up to show, sales, oh my God, Series S sales and all this shit, right? But here's the thing. Aren't we told that the future in gaming is not on the console? It's not on the console, right? Let me close this out too. That it's about accessibility and stuff like that. And this is how gaming is done. Am I wrong? We all heard that stuff, right? Here's the problem. Remember, on point for gamers, the dude said, well, it's not on Game Pass. And to reiterate that, here's, on the Microsoft community, A dude named Boom Flamingo said, will Microsoft or EA add NCAA Football 25 to Xbox Cloud Gaming? Hello, I am an Xbox Game Pass subscriber. I have been following the development of the new NCAA Football 25 video game by EA Sports, and I would like to ask, will NCAA Football 25 be playable via xCloud Gaming at release? Geraldo CG, Xbox Ambassador, Independent Advisor, says, hi there, Boom. My name is Geraldo. It could be Gerardo, but I wanna church it up. And I'm an Xbox player, just like you. All right. Okay. I'll be happiest to assist you with any questions or concerns you may have. Man, these dudes be doing free labor. This shit's free labor. This shit's crazy. Anyway, first and foremost, it's important to note that this is a community-based forum, and all of us here are gamers like you. All right. I'm glad you put that in bold. All right. No. EA Sports College Football 25 will not be available on Game Pass or Xbox Game Cloud at release. Please keep in mind that just like you, we cannot know if this will be possible in the future because there hasn't been an official announcement about when the game will be added to the service. We'll have to wait for an official statement from EA Xbox that provides an appropriate or exact date. It's likely that in the near future, this may become possible as Xbox is always exploring new ways to bring games to the service. However, keep in mind, you read this bullshit, right? So now, if you follow my channel for a while, I told you, if you are playing Xbox and you made the decision, you know what? I don't need console. I don't need PC. Hell yeah, I'm going to do this. I'm going to buy this Amazon 4K, Super Ultra, whatever. That's my Xbox. Guess what? You don't have an Xbox. Because I said this scenario was going to happen. Because the dudes who got suckered into thinking this is an Xbox, y'all ain't playing College 25. You are not playing with the Xbox console gamers who have College 25. You can't play College Football 25 on this. And I said this. Game Pass is just a curated library or small library. There is lots of games that comes to the Xbox console, but you can't play it. So do you really have an Xbox? No, you don't. Console required. You want to play this? Console required. You ain't playing with your friends on the Amazon 4K. They're not there. You're not there with them. So if you got suckered thinking you don't need an Xbox console or hardware to play games, now you know. Now you learn. You learn today. You booted up your Amazon Fire Stick. You booted up your Game Pass. Your boy just calling. Hey, yo, get up out here. I'm going to whoop your ass. And you're like, I bet. And you're like, yo, I can't find it. Like, where's College 25? Yo, you sure that's on Xbox? Yeah, motherfucker, I'm playing it right now. But, bro, I don't see it. You lying. This shit's a PlayStation exclusive. And your boys, they're dogging you out, looking stupid. They're like, bro, we playing right now. We got the room set up. Hop on in. And you're looking like an idiot. You know, with your Fire Stick. Like, I can't find it. And then your boy goes like, bro, where are you looking at? He's like, yo, I'm looking on a catalog and stuff like that. Like, where? I'm on the Amazon Fire Stick. And your boy's like, wait a minute. You play Xbox through Game Pass? Through streaming? And like, yeah. No, dumbass. That shit's not on Game Pass. You can't play it there. You gotta buy it. And that's when you realize console required. Console required. All them 400 games for $22 a month or whatever the hell you paying. And the one game you actually want to play is not there. Ain't that a bitch? You got cooked. Got cooked, son. You got suckered. Xbox Podcast caught you again. The future of gaming. And you can't even play an annual football game. A simple annual football game, right? Because this is going to come out every year. And you can't even play a simple college football game day one. Something simple. And you can't even do it. Console required. Does that look appealing now? Haha, you think that's bad? Wait till Grand Theft Auto 6 comes out. And they stuck with this shit. That's when it's really going to be funny. Right? That's when it's really going to get funny. When they realize they can't play Grand Theft Auto 6 on this. That's when they're really gonna be like, what the fuck's the point of this then? They're gonna be like, what's the point of this? I can't play this game. I can't play that game. I can't play this game. I can't play Grand Theft Auto 6. All the games they want to play, they can't play. Console required. Come on, bro. That's what I'm trying to tell you. You know what I'm saying? These streaming services not like for like. You're gonna miss out on stuff. Console provides you every game. Streaming services, nah. And people say it was accessibility. No, it's not. It's not accessible. People think because the Fire Stick is a cheap price and Game Pass is $15-20 a month that is accessible. No, you are not accessing this. This is not accessible. How can it be accessible and yet you can't play this? It's a simple college football game. Accessible. Come on, bro. Stop this nonsense. Stop this trash, bro. Stop the cap. This is exactly what I said will end up happening. Dudes will come out, try to push this shit, and then when the games come out and it's not on Game Pass, people will be like, oh, but I can't play it. Yeah, because console is required. Hardware is required. I'm gonna learn today. Oh man, it's gonna be funny. Grand Theft Auto 6 is gonna be like, it's gonna create newfound Christians. It's like reborn Christians, bro. People who believe in this and they see they can't play Grand Theft Auto 6, oh, they're gonna be so mad. Y'all told me the console ain't required. All I need is a Fire Stick and the internet. Why can't I play this game? Because y'all listen to dudes that were capping. Straight capping. That's all they do. Capping shit. And actually screws over gamers. Shit is wild, bro. Shit is wild. Right? Straight mess in this whole thing. Right? And that's the thing of the topic. NCAA 25 proves consoles are required. If you want to have access to games, right? The easiest access to all games, you need consoles. Consoles gives you the easiest access to games, not streaming services. Consoles. You buy a console, you know you're gaming there, unless you're Xbox, because even then that's not proven true, right? Even that's not proven true because, you know, this is a good segue. Because another game skipped Xbox. So technically, even with Xbox, you're not guaranteed games. As if this week wasn't busy enough already, thanks to Gamer Social Club tweet. As if this week wasn't busy enough already, SNK Capcom just shadow dropped SNK versus Capcom SVC Chaos. Though it's skipping Xbox. Which is crazy. So Capcom versus the SNK fighters, right? Let's see in the website. It says right here, Gamer Social Club, SNK versus Capcom. It's getting a re-release almost 21 years to the day after its original launch for modern gaming, except for Xbox. SNK and Capcom just announced an arcade classic is getting an updated version, and the best part is it's a shadow drop, as it's releasing today on Steam with a console release soon to follow with one glaring omission. SNK and Capcom SVC Chaos is dropping today on Steam with console versions for Nintendo Switch, PlayStation 4, GOG release Monday, July 22nd. So that's tomorrow. As mentioned, the game isn't coming out to Xbox. Shadow skipped. This game passed Xbox like if it's Naked Snake from Metal Gear. And you know what's the crazy part? Right? These are our last gen ports, right? The reason why you could play on PS5 because it's backwards compatible to PS5. Isn't Xbox supposed to have like the best king of all kings backwards compatibility? Like it's supposed to be the juggernaut of backwards compatibility. But of course they're not making an Xbox version. Now here's the problem with this. Is this right here. We got Dano saying, seeing many freaking out about this. I thought we already established it's an engine thing for Capcom. I get it. Sucks for some Xbox fans, but it's not about to change and likely the same for SNK. These games are launching for last gen for a reason. So now Capcom came out with their reason. So now it's SNK. So what you're telling me is, Dano, that Xbox actually created a shit environment that cannot easily adapt for developers to put their games on the platform. That's what it sounds like. Because now SNK is suffering the same problem. Right? Here's what's crazy. You put speak on it, and let me click on this, right? Because Crusader Crusader said it's also Capcom doesn't have a development pipeline in place to port MT framework for Xbox. Not that they can't do it. They don't want to invest to set up the development pipeline. Every time it happens, it's worth speaking about. So Crusader's like, listen, if you want things to change, people gotta criticize it. They gotta go after Xbox, which is the truth. If games are not coming to Xbox, you got to force Xbox to figure out what the fuck and make them do their job. It's their console. Dano says, speak on it and voice your frustration all you want. Just stop acting like these companies suddenly hate Xbox. And it's a sign they are going to keep skipping Xbox. Not saying you are just some are. See, that's the problem with you, Dano. And that's why I noticed the key thing about when you talk about Xbox. Y'all put certain emotions like hate Xbox. Oh, they hate us. They hate us. Bro, it's a business. And this is why I replied. It's not about hating Xbox. It's about not seeing financial value in Xbox to put the effort making ports. This is Capcom. Capcom's not going to be a fanboy and say, oh, we're not gonna put on Xbox because, you know, haha, Xbox sucks, laugh out loud. Whatever extra effort it would take to make an Xbox version are just not financially viable due to low install base for some of these companies. That's what it's about, Dano. It's not about hating Xbox. It's simply looking at Xbox like, yeah, we're not gonna put money in that. The fan base is just not existent. And I'm sure Capcom could figure it out if they really wanted to, but why? Why are they going to put in extra money and time if they don't feel the investment is going to be returned? That's what it's about. And what you should put energy into, Dano, is Microsoft. They need to fix this shit. It's their console. This is why I advocate for focusing on your console. Who's going to do it for them? Is Capcom supposed to fix Microsoft's issue with whatever they have there? That's Capcom's responsibility? No. As I said, third party don't give a fuck about the consoles. It's not their responsibility to make it the best it's supposed to be. That's not their job. They didn't make consoles. They're just exploiting it. And if they can make money on the console, they're gonna put the games on there. If they don't feel they're gonna make money, they're not gonna put it on there. Microsoft's responsible for the Xbox Series. And if people are looking at Xbox saying it's not attractive, Microsoft has to figure out, why is this not attractive? What can we do to mitigate your financial risk? So that way you can put the game. That way the people on our console, you know, the 9 people that are playing it, they can enjoy this game. That's what they're supposed to do. But the fact that this keeps happening, really what that's telling you is Microsoft doesn't care to solve the problem. They don't care about their console. They don't care about fixing these issues. If that's what's happening, Microsoft should be in the background alleviating this. Because here's the thing, Dano. If people this gen are seeing people skipping Xbox, even Capcom games, then what confidence are these people going to have in next generation say, let me buy another Xbox? So they could go through the same thing again? So they could go through this shit again? So they can have a console and see companies once again, oh yeah, we're not making games for this. How many times are you going to keep buying a console just to be told you're not getting these games? No one's going to put up with that shit. No one's going to have I guarantee the confidence in the Xbox so drastically low. And this shit does not help. Does not help at all. At all. People are like, get the hell out of here. You're going to buy a console to get less games. You're going to get a console just to be told, yeah, we're not making games for your console. And you don't know why. You're like, why the fuck is this game not coming on the Xbox? Like, it's a Capcom game. Like, yo, it's crazy. And if you think, if you think like, vent your frustrations, but don't go around saying people hate Xbox. This is going to be worse. You know what's worse than saying hate Xbox? It's people saying I don't give a fuck about Xbox. That's worse. When people move on and don't even bother, that's when it's bad. And that's what's happening. There's only so much people can keep saying games being skipped. There's no point in investing in an ecosystem when your ecosystem's being skipped. When your shit's being skipped, people are not going to tolerate that. There's no loyalty in this one. There's only a few loyal guys, and you guys are not enough. The most hardcore Xbox fan base, you guys are not enough to keep this console alive. You're going to be forced to pick a new console or play on PC, to which many of you're already on PC because you already see the writing on the wall. You guys already made your decision. You guys are on PC. You guys are just feeling sorry for this console for one reason or another. But this is going at this point. You know, Microsoft has to, at a minimum, give people the confidence that at a minimum, the most basic third-party games from Capcom and all that stuff, right, will be there. Basic. The basic third-party games. The games that, you know, Sony's not buying out. Now, if Sony was paying third-party marketing deals, okay, you got it. There's nothing you could do about that. You got the best-selling console in the world, but if somebody puts some change on that game, somebody put some money, it's not going to be on your console. All right? We got that. But just free willingly? Just a company going, yeah, we're not doing that. Because you know why? Fuck you. That's why. Come on. You can't accept that shit. You got to hold Microsoft responsible. They nurtured the environment. And with all the trash talking about all the best tools and all this shit, you can't even get a simple last-gen game on your console. Shit's crazy. This shit is mad wild, right? Now let's talk about the last topic, right? Obviously, you see on the screen, this is rumored. All this bullshit, right? New features coming to RDNA4. Most are also coming to PS5 Pro. PS5 Pro will have RDNA4's WMMA implementation, data prefecture, all this shit, right? I'm not even going to lie to you and tell you what this is going to do for games, right? Okay? Because you really can't predict specs and stuff like that, right? But what I do want to talk about is, right? You want the PS5 Pro, you want Sony to not half-ass the PS5 Pro. Even if it means it has to launch at 600, 650, maybe even 7. We have to realistically say that's the expectation. That is a proper mid-gen refresh, right? Because if you want a proper mid-gen refresh, you want it to adopt new technologies that's just not too far off into next generation territory, but really more than what the original launched with, right? Something more than just a resolution boost and stuff. Something significant, right? And this is why I'm going to say this. This is the reason why. The number one concern people have with the thought of a really powerful PS5 Pro with good features is the price, right? And the first thing people say, oh, if you launch at 600, 657, it's PS3 all over again. Because there's a certain, you could say PTSD type scenario. But here's the thing. The scenario does not match. Because the thing is with the PS3, when it launched at $600, that was the only choice you got. And you had to deal with it or you don't get the console, which a lot of people say, yeah, I'm not getting a console. And 360 was a great alternative. Right? People didn't really care about Blu-ray movies. People didn't really care that, PS3 was being used as a Trojan horse for sale. People didn't really care you can install Linux. Hell, when you look at the sales of when the PS3 Slim came out, the PS3 Slim removed the PlayStation 2 hardware components. The PS3 launched, the PS3 Fat launched with PlayStation 2 hardware built into it, which is why it was fully backwards compatible with PlayStation 2, PlayStation 1. They removed it to make the console cheaper, and the cheaper console sold more. So you can arguably say no one really cared about backwards compatibility either. That wasn't really a big deal. All they wanted was the base core of gaming. And the PS3 wasn't that. They forced too many stuff into it, and it hit a price point for stuff that people wasn't really going to use on the big scale. The PlayStation 5 doesn't have that concern. The PlayStation 5's out. If you want a cheaper console, you got the PlayStation 5. And if you already own the PlayStation 5, you don't have to upgrade to the Pro. You're already on the PlayStation 5 ecosystem. You're already buying PlayStation 5 games, whether it's exclusives or multi-platform, whatever. You're already in the ecosystem. It is what it is. The choice is already done. And anybody who wants to hop on the PlayStation 5, they don't have to get the Pro to do it. PlayStation 5 is there at the cheaper price point. And maybe by the time the Pro comes out, they drop the PS5 Slim models by $50, making it $50 cheaper, which will probably attract even more people to the PlayStation 5 Slim than the Pro. So then who's the Pro for? The Pro is what the name is implied for. It's for those people that want the next level of graphics for their PlayStation 5, and they're willing to pay for it. It's like the i15 Pro, the top of the line, iPhone 15, right? Or iPhone 16. They come out with this really expensive Pro version that's like $1,500, $2,000 when you can get an iPhone of the same build, in the same family for like $800, $700. But they'll pay twice the price for the most elite version of the iPhone, right? But you don't have to get it. They have much cheaper options, right, in phones that does basically the majority that you want. PlayStation 5 is the same thing. You just want to play games, you want to play next generation games, you want to have access to all these exclusives, these third-party games, third-party exclusives, all that stuff. You get a PS5, you're good. You already have the PS5, you're good. No harm, no foul. But the audience that's looking for something with some little beef to it, right? More than what you already have, what's available, this is a great option, right? But it's only good if they actually put some effort into it, right? Here's my thing. I said that one of the biggest issues really for the industry is what we define as generations. We're going under an old model that has not adapted to the current way games are made. And what I mean by that, not the method of how games are made, it's just how long games are made. If games are taking 4, 5 to up to 6 years to make, then an 8-year gen is not sufficient. And I mention this on podcasts all the time. I talked about it to a lot of people. You cannot have an 8-year gen, but games are taking, let's say, 5 years on average to make. Because even if you launch one of your first next generation games during the launch window, you got one more window to release a game, and then that's it. So I bet you got 2 games to make from one developer. One developer gets to make 2 games, and that's assuming they have the game ready at launch. If they didn't, let's say if they launch a game in, let's say right now, the gen started in 2020. Let's say a developer's first game is 2025. That's it. That's the only game you're seeing from them this gen. Because once they start on a new gen, unless they make a quick sequel in 2 years or something like that, if they want to make a nice big robust game, that's another 4 to 5 years. Let's say 4. You're talking 2029. And by that point, that's beyond the 8 years. So you're talking next gen. You're talking about cross-gen game now. You're talking about a game that's cross-gen to the PS5, and it's a new game for the PlayStation 6. That's cross-gen. You see what I'm saying? So you're talking about a developer that made one game for the gen in an 8-year gen. No, that's not going to work. That's not going to work at all. Right? So then what's the answer? The answer holistically for the whole industry is because not everybody has the money and resources to build their own studios, to build multiple teams. That's just not possible. The majority of the industry can't do it. The only thing you can do is extend the gen. Make the gen last longer. Have PlayStation 5 be at least 10 years now. So that way developers can take advantage of the PlayStation 5's generation and release more games, because that's how the money is. Developers cannot just rely on one game and hopefully that one game's successful. Once they build their tools and they adopt it to the next generation technology, they're going to want to make multiple games. Really max out what they built. The people they hired, the staff that they got, okay, fine, we got this. Let's pump out some games. Now, obviously, 4 to 5 years going to take a bit. But if you extend the gen out to 10 years, you at least got 2 games at a minimum. If If you're talking about big AAA games, you at least can do 2 big AAA games. At least you get that out. Maybe squeeze in a AA game to help industry out, right? But the problem is, from the gamer's perspective, a 10-year gen is a long time to be stuck with a PS5. Imagine having a PS5, you bought it in 2020, and you still got that PS5 in 2029. 9 years. Can't switch out the GPUs and stuff like that, like you can a PC. So you're stuck with that hardware for a long time. You might want an upgrade. With the latest cards and latest technologies, fine, the generation's longer, but are you still be stuck with the same hardware that was built back in 2020? In 2029? And that's where a proper mid-gen refresh can resolve that, right? You bought your console in 2020, 2021. They extend this gen out to, let's say, 2030. So it's a 10-year gen. It's around 2025, 2026. All right. Hardware's, a little bit dated. Still good. But now they give you this nice, fresh console. Has some fresh technologies. RDNA4 technologies that PC is about to get. Right? It gives you these advancements. It makes your games look better. A lot better. Got a nice, it's no different than PC when they buy a new GPU and stuff like that. They get that nice, good performance feeling and stuff like that. All the games they had just runs better, looks great, and stuff like that. Console gamers will be fine with that too. And now, you got much better gaming, much better graphical fidelities and all this stuff, frame rates, all this technology that you got. You got to pay for it, but if you're interested in better, you're not going to mind. And that's where I think, hopefully at least some level of this rumor is true in one form or fashion. PlayStation 5 Pro should be a decent step up over the PS5, not just a minor upgrade where you got better resolution and stuff like that. It should be something significant. You know what I'm saying? Where people could be like, oh snap, this thing's a beast. This is blowing PS5 out the water. PS5 Pro should blow PS5 out the water easily. But the good part is it is still a PS5. So developers, little by little, they can learn these new technologies while they're still in the PS5 gen. Right? Like you didn't cut this gen at the 8-year mark and now force them to now try to adapt to PlayStation 6 era. You're still in the PS5 gen. So you didn't move on from the developers that don't have the resources or the money to keep pace with the biggest AAA developers. They can stay in line. They get access to new technologies. They can take advantage of the current gen. They can make some money. Right? You give the industry more time to make games. More time, more capabilities, more availability to make games, while at the same time, for gamers that want to have more power, more performance, you know what I'm saying? They don't want to stay too long on their current console. There you go. You got the Pro, a proper next, I'm not gonna say next generation, a proper mid-gen refresh. That's the proper term. You got a proper mid-gen refresh, something with oomph, something with kick to it, And if you got that kick to it, and it blows out your standard PS5, people will pay money for that. Remember, you're not creating the Pro for the lowest tier, lower income people. That's not it. You're not creating BMWs and Mercedes and all that stuff, for the home economical household. You got the Hondas for that. You got the Toyotas. You got the Kias. You got those brands. They do that stuff. Keep high-end gaming, console gaming, whatever. Now, some people are, consoles ain't meant to be high-end gaming. Says who? If you still have the cheaper options available, why are you so concerned that a more higher premium tier is available? It's not taken away from you. What, you're mad that you're not willing to spend the money for it? Is that what it is? Because you won't buy it, no one else can have it? Stop this trash. Stop this nonsense. The lower costing consoles available. You have that, right? And hopefully Sony will, drop the price with the PS5 Pro when it launches and they announce a price point. Hopefully, right along with that, a $50 price drop for the PS5 Slim. For all those of you who saying, hey, console should be price conscious, priced cheaply, yes, here you go. These are the cheaply priced, price conscious consoles. For the premium gamers that want to step up, that want a PlayStation 5 and give them that boost, there you go. With the PlayStation 5 Pro. But the key is Sony has to do right by it. And I hope they are. And I think they are. I have a feeling they're doing that. Because I think they realized the PS5 Pro, trying to be price conscious, releasing at $400, really didn't hit the mark. I think they realized it was a waste of time. Just simply having a resolution, because that's really all it did. It was literally just a resolution boost, man. And you heard Cerny, right? We all seen, if you haven't seen articles and stuff, one of Sony's priority this gen was the 60 frames. And that was a great call by Mark Cerny. He prioritized 60 FPS. In whatever way you can, games got to have 60 FPS. Whether natively or performance options. And that was a great decision. You know? And I hope that same is guiding them. Trying to keep that 60 frames, but, provide better settings, better, textures, just better quality games in terms of, performance and graphical fidelities and all that stuff. Because that's what people do on PC anyway. When you buy, a new GPU and CPU and all that stuff, you want that game to look better, better performance, better frame rate and stuff like that, right? Now, I'm going to say this. You got the Xbox guys talking about it. Oh, this console's going to suck because it's the same CPU. Because shut up. No one's listening to you guys in this conversation. Like, we don't care how you guys view the PlayStation 5 Pro. We don't care. We don't care. Because you guys were wrong about your own shit. You guys made false promises on your own hardware that you guys capped for. And it was all wrong. You came out with a lot of bullshit. So we don't want to hear your bullshit and your opinions over the PS4. Shut up. We're not trying to hear y'all. We're not listening to y'all. We don't give a shit why y'all. We don't care. We don't care. None of y'all got your own shit right. You're going to talk about PlayStation? Oh, shut up. Stop your bullshit. No one wants to listen to y'all bullshit. We don't care what y'all think PlayStation 5 is going to do. You guys are still capping for the Series S, and that console literally screwed you guys over. Like, it screwed you guys over so bad, and you still can't see that shit. We're not listening to any of you with the PS5 Pro. If anything, you guys are going to get it. We know you're going to get it. You're going to get the Pro. You Xbox dudes are getting the Pro. Stop lying. You guys are not happy on your PC. You guys hate it. You guys hate that fucking platform. It's hurting you. It's bothering you bad. You guys are hoping that Xbox, like even my little bro, that dude went back to Xbox, bro. He bought a TCL. He jumped back. He tired of PC. He tried to cap. For that shit. He tried to cap for a PC. And the truth is, I'll probably be just like him. Give it the good old college try. But goddamn, Windows is dog shit, man. Windows operating system is the worst OS on the planet, bro. Shit is crazy. My man said, I'm done. I can't take it. Listen, he tried, man. I give him kudos. Listen, he will give it the college try. A lot of console dudes are. Some of these console dudes, they're not happy on their PC. They are not. It's just how it is. Like, listen, I'm gonna be honest. The PC gamers, they enjoy it because they truly take advantage of PC. I'm gonna be honest. Us console gamers, it cannot just simply be, all right, it's better hardware and you run games better. No, to really enjoy PC, you gotta enjoy the intricacies that PC does. Like, you gotta enjoy the tinkering. You gotta enjoy, leveling out, frame rate, like all that weird shit that they do. They tinkerers. They buy games. Some of these dudes buy a game, tinker it, and then they refund it. Because they really enjoy that shit, right? They enjoy those little tinkering. They enjoy getting mods, buying mods, installing it, see how it runs. They enjoy buying texture mods and stuff like that. Looking through Russian websites and installing and tinkering and shit like that. They like putting penises on everything and making it grow. They just love dangling, Spider-Man walking around with a penis in between. They love shit like that, right? They love all that stuff. They love the freedom of all that stuff, right? And I'm not saying there's anything wrong with it. That's the shit they enjoy, right? They enjoy the tinkering. A lot of them enjoy, the pirating. They enjoy that. Whatever. They enjoy the pirating. They love the emulation. They just love all these little intricacies. They love playing on mouse and keyboard. Many of them love mouse and keyboard. But they love all these intricacies and all these stuff that PC comes with PC. And that's what they enjoy about PC. But if you're a console dude and you just play on PC for more powerful hardware, boy, they end up miserable. And I ain't gonna lie. I think I'll be the same way. I'll be like, this shit sucks. You know what I'm saying? Because you're not really enjoying PC of what it really brings to the table. And we're like, man, fuck this. Like, we don't like to tinker, bro. We don't like that tinkering shit. I'm going to be honest. People telling me reduce FOV, raise darken shadows, levels. I'm going to be like, fuck, bro. This is like running a power plant. Like, shit. I just want to hit play. You know what I mean? No, I don't want to do all that shit. But PC gamers love that shit. I'm not saying they're wrong for loving that shit. Let them love that shit. That's that they really love the absolute individual freedoms and all this stuff that comes with PC. They love all that shit. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Us console gamers were lazy as shit, bro. You know what I'm saying? And Doc Dog, bro, my man was hurting. He was like, I'm done. He called this PC Xbox Pro. Now it's the Xbox No. He's done. He's done, bro. He tried. He really tried. And I know some of you Xbox dudes are the same way. Y'all only on that PC now because Xbox Series is dog shit. It's bad. Right? So y'all can't wait for this new Xbox to come out. So you could go back to what you really like, which is the console. And you're hoping that Xbox Next Stab, right? They just end up having a better gen. That's all y'all waiting for. Let's not lie. Y'all just waiting for the next generation so you could go back to consoles and start over. Listen, bro. Here, let me help you out. Just cut all that bullshit and play on PS5. That's the console. Get that Pro. You're gonna get that Pro. I know you dudes. You're gonna get that Pro. You're gonna get that shit. That shit's gonna give you everything that you want. Hopefully. If Sony does right by the Pro, you're going to get what you want. You're going to get the performance that you thought you were going to get with the Series X. Nah, you're going to get that with the Pro beyond what you thought you were going to get the Series X. All that shit. And when you see that Pro and you put that, and if Sony does right by it, and you put that controller in your hand, you got that Pro, you're going to be like, man, Xbox, put all your shit on the Pro. Whole slate. They announced Starfield, you're going to replay that shit all over again, this time in actual 60 frames with the fidelities that you were supposed to have. You know you're going to do that shit. You know you're doing that shit. Stop lying. You know you're going to play that. You know you're going to play Hellblade 2 at 60 frames on the console. Stop lying. Excuse me, I'm sorry for bumping this. Yeah, I don't want to play the Xbox games the way it plays on the series. You're like, man, screw this shit. I'm tired of this shit. You know you guys are tired. Stop lying. Stop lying yourselves. Why are you doing it to yourselves? Who you fooling? You trying to make friends on the internet? Is that what it is? You made a lot of good friends on Twitter? Your besties on Twitter? Is that what it is? Stop that bullshit. Cut it out. Cut it out. You're going to get that Pro. When that Pro... Yo, listen. Sony, boy, you need to hit it. Because you're going to get these Xbox dudes. You do right by that Pro, and that's the beast of what it's supposed to be. Oh man, you guys are gonna jump on that sucker. So anyway, I hit up all the topics. When I see what the chat is up to, what you think. Is there any other topics that I missed out? Because I think those are the three biggest. Let's see what we got going on in the chat. Those are the three biggest. Derek says, yep, we good. All right. Okay. Hey, that's it. We're gonna wrap this up. All right. How are you, Puerto Rico? Hey, I'm feeling a lot better. Last week was a little bit ill. But don't worry. 60 Frames No Life podcast will be back this Tuesday, but I want to do this live, talk to y'all a little bit. Did you purchase a Series S to boost those? Absolutely. I bought 5 of them. I'm committed. All right. How is Phil still employed? I'm gonna tell you, man. I don't think it's just Phil. I think it's all of Xbox, all of Microsoft. They're done with consoles, bro. They're done. Phil was just smart enough to adapt. He saw the writing on the wall. Satya, not playing that bullshit. Playing this dog shit ass console. We're done with this bullshit. That dude lost 2 major bonuses because of Xbox. I'm playing Rise of Ronin. Pretty good game, man. You know what I'm saying? With Rise of Ronin, I'm like, all right, graphically, it's not that bad. It's decent, right? But it is a valid complaint. But everything else, the gameplay's pretty good. I understand the comparisons with Ghost of Tsushima, so I get it. This game's a little bit more challenging because of the timing, but this is Team Ninja. Team Ninja always made challenging combat mechanics. But I'm enjoying Rise of Ronin. It's just crazy to me. Dudes are out here like, PS5 got no games, but they ain't playing Rise of Ronin. The fuck? Like, yo, this, like, I still gotta do. So, a couple of weeks ago, I beat Stellar Blade, right? Playing Rise of Ronin. I'm gonna beat that. After Rise of Ronin, might jump on to the DLC packs for Final Fantasy 16. Then jump right into Final Fantasy 17. This shit is crazy, bro. Stellar Blade's amazing, man. I did the first playthrough. I might do the second. I started the second playthrough, but I said, you know what? Let me get into Rise of Ronin. I want something new. You know what I'm saying? But Stellar Blade is amazing. And that's what I'm saying. Like, these dudes ain't playing Stellar Blade. They're not playing Rise of Ronin. They're not playing Final Fantasy Rebirth. Then what the fuck, bro? What the fuck do you want? Like, you can't just keep saying you want Spider-Man and God of War over and over. They can't make that game every fucking year. Like, what the fuck? And then you're talking about things that traditionally, you know, it's not like it's out of character. A game like Stellar Blade or Rise of Ronin, right? Definitely Final Fantasy. That's not out of character for PlayStation. PlayStation always had Final Fantasy. Remember when PlayStation used to play Tenchu? Right? Kind of give that, you know, Rise of Ronin vibe. Remember Devil May Cry first came out? Like, all these dudes tried out these new types of games and stuff. Shit is crazy. Also, Grand Blue Fantasy Versus, you know, a JRPG, because that's been a new thing, right? Because PlayStation's never been about the JRPGs ever. Like, people never played Siyuka then back in the days and stuff. You know, JRPG's been a PlayStation thing. They got it. These action games, you know. Yeah, Grand Blue Fantasy Relink. Great, amazing game. I beat that too. So all these dudes saying PS5 got no games, I'm here beating them. I don't know. You know? But then again, some of these dudes are Xbox dudes, so I don't know what the fuck. I don't know. Same thing, Mary. Shout out to Jay Barry. Now that somebody mentioned Evo, shout out to Jay Barry and Persona. They were at Evo to compete. I think Jay Barry went 2-2. He went there for the Grand Blue Fantasy Versus tournament, and he ended up 2-2. So he got knocked out of the bracket. But listen, bro, Tabari, you won 2 matches at Evo. Not many people can say that. The amount of people that can say that, barely anyone. In terms of the size of the gaming community. So that's amazing, bro. That must have been so much fun just to be in that environment and actually compete at that level and actually win 2 matches. So shout out to Jay Barry. I don't know how Persona did. I didn't see any updates. Or I wasn't able to see any updates on Twitter. But shout out to him too for being out there, man. Both of them being out there, that's great. That's there in Vegas. That's just great. Be in that environment. And then to participate and actually compete. Good for you, bro. Good for you guys. I hope you keep at it, man. Don't stop. Keep going, man. You know, it's rare to actually have a successful tournament on your first try. You got to get in there. You got the experience, build the experience, get back in there, get back to the lab, and do it again, man. That's great. You know what's funny? How many people talk trash about them? Yeah, how many of them you see them in tournaments? I'm just saying. The one thing you cannot say about them two is they're frauds when it comes to playing games. They're in tournaments, bro. And you can see their PSN trophy. They beat a lot, not just beat a lot of games, but they also plan them a lot of games. They put a lot of effort into their games and beat them. And guess what? Yo, see, they're nice dudes because I will be flexing. I'll tell you what, I will be talking shit because if anyone try to talk shit about me, I'll be like, yo, I was up in Evo. What were you doing? Talking all that shit. You know what I'm saying? That shit's crazy. All the people talking shit about them, you know what I'm saying? About their gaming credentials, yet you don't see them in these tournaments. I'm just saying. I don't know. But anyway, I'm going to be out of here. Hey, thank you so much for checking out this live. I hope you enjoyed the live. I will see you Tuesday, right? 60 Frames Don't Like podcast. But let me know what you think on all the topics that were discussed today. Hit up the comment section. And you guys enjoy the rest of your Sunday, all right? And enjoy your summer. If you're out there, you have a little vacation, enjoy the summer, man. Temperature's great. Everything's great, man. I hope everything's great for you guys. You guys take care. This is your only friend, these YouTube streets, Puerto77. And I'm out of here. You guys take care. Peace.